So weeks like this one that we've had here in Western New York always get us kind of ready for a warm getaway, right? We know a lot of people are planning to take a trip over the next month or two. The nationwide drop in COVID cases from Omicron has the idea of traveling looking a lot more appealing to people than it did even just a few weeks ago. But if you're one of those folks, it sounds like you won't want to wait long to book. Joining us live right now to talk about this travel situation is Liz Carey with AAA of Central and Western New York. Elizabeth, it's always great to have you on. First up, I want to ask you, we've been hearing reports that people really should lock in those travel plans, should not waste any more time. What is behind, I guess, the urgency about doing it this year? I mean, is it typical that people should book spring trips before now?
Well, it should have been done yesterday. It's not too late, but you don't want to waste any time. That's the important thing. And the reason is demand. There's a high demand this year. A lot of people say they haven't taken vacations in a couple of years. They're anxious to go. There's that pent-up demand, limited availability. Some people still had travel credits to use from the pandemic. So that means if you have certain dates you have to go, for instance, school break in February, school break in Easter, there's hardly any inventory left. You can still go, but your prices are going to be a lot higher. So flexibility is the key to saving money and still booking that trip.
So as we look ahead, Elizabeth, I'm wondering, as you said, the forecasts are that people are going to be doing a lot more traveling, right? I wonder if we're going to start to see the airlines adding additional flights, if the hotels are going to open up more rooms because maybe they had, not made all of them available. Maybe they didn't have the staff to clean all of them or, to have the full hotel at capacity. Do you think that we're going to start to see the industry kind of adjust a little bit to the increase in demand, or is this something we're just going to have to deal with for a while as everybody kind of adjusts to this new normal?
Well, that's a good question. We're still not back to full flight capacity or hotel capacity, but staffing is the key. Everyone's having trouble getting staff to come on and take care of all of that. And if you take a look at the air travel, so the numbers just came in. These are AAA.com bookings. All segments of travel were up for January compared to last year. But air travel for January this year compared to last year, January 2021, up 1,400%. So that would show you how people are booking. And maybe people were hesitant to fly a year ago, but now they're booking those flights. So the airlines are going to have to expand their schedules at some point, hoping that they have staff to do so.
Yeah, just personally, I needed to book a trip down to Miami, and the flights, there were just no options, right? So we ended up coming, I'm going to come back on a Monday instead of on a Sunday because they just haven't, kind of brought all of these flights back online yet. Let me ask you about the whole travel insurance question. And we've talked about this a few times over the course of the pandemic over the past couple of years. Has anything changed there in terms of the recommendation for travel insurance as sort of everything else has changed?
Well, it's more important than ever. And that's one of the things we learned through the pandemic. You really have to be prepared and you have to plan ahead. And vacations are a big investment in a lot of cases. So you need to protect that investment. So look at what's happened today. There were a ton of flight delays because of weather, but that could lead to other flight delays throughout the weekend. Look at the travel insurance options and decide what's right for you. Some will cover trip disruptions. Some will cover if you get COVID. Top destination right now down in the Caribbean, you go down there, you have to have a negative test to fly back into the United States. What if you get COVID? Certain travel insurance will cover that. So you want to make sure that you're covered, you're protecting your investment, and you can get reimbursed for disruptions.
Always excellent advice. Elizabeth Carey is with AAA of Central and Western New York. It is great to see you. Have a great weekend.
You too. Stay warm. It's a great day to book a vacation somewhere warm.
Just look at the pictures of the Caribbean. It'll make us all feel better. Elizabeth, thank you. And thank you everybody for watching the Town Hall. Hope you have a great weekend as well. Our text line number is 716-849-2220 if you have a question or comment.